So now we are in concept number 2. What is the role of business process analysis in improving the system performance? As I already told you about the business process analysis. So simply business process analysis is nothing but the way the company is running its operations. So because better information should lead to better decisions, the quality of a company's system performance will directly impact the overall performance of the company. As such, as such, companies always want to find ways to improve, that is, do things in a better way and cheaper and faster or even not at all. So to increase the profitability. Why all these things will be done by the company? To increase the profitability. One way to do this is through improved system performance. So that comes that is the area where business process analysis will come into picture. So if a company is thinking about improved system performance, then it should perform the business process analysis. So a company's systems are comprised of a set of so many business processes. So business processes are simply the way companies run their business. So they are the tasks, procedures, teams, and communications. So company do every day to provide their products and services and keep the doors open. So in order to perform the business process analysis, so company first of all they have to observe the what are all the business processes, what are all the set of business processes involved in company's systems. So what are all the set of business processes generally involved in a company? So they are the nothing but tasks, procedures, teams, and communications. So what the company will do every day to provide their products and services and keep the doors open. In continuation to the role of business process RPA in improving system performance. So in many new and growing businesses, processes were not always developed with an eye on how the process would fit into the overall structure and objective of the business. Instead, they were created based on the easiest way to get the job done with little thought for long-term consequences. So, in this point, you are going to know about many new and growing businesses. Whenever they start the any new business or whenever they are growing, they are not always thinking about the long-term point of view. They are always thinking about the short-term point of view. But many times the easiest way or the path of least resistance is not the best way to accomplish the task. So unfortunately, after a business process is in place, inertia takes over. So and is difficult to change, which can retard the company's growth. So once in sixth point, once business is developed, you cannot change much. So automatically, if you can't change, then it can retard the growth of our company. In seventh point, a haphazardly designed system is normally ill prepared to handle business growth and may in turn actually impede business growth. So whatever haphazardly designed system is there, so that will automatically impede the business growth. So there comes the concept called in these uh, in these scenarios there comes the concept called business process analysis. So that is the reason business process analysis is a systematic method to study all of a company's business processes to determine how they can be improved. There are four basic steps available. So how the system performance can be improved through BPA. So through business process analysis, the company can improve their systems. So that is the reason. So business process analysis is none other than a systematic method to study the all of a company's business processes to determine how they can improve their system. So for this, the company have four basic steps. So by going through these steps, company can improve their systems. The first step is clearly identify the process how the company is as of now doing. So that is who is involved in that particular process, who is involved, and that is currently being done. So that is currently being done with a clearly defined starting and ending point. So who involved in that process, and when it will be started and when it will be getting ended. It is best to start with the processes that are most critical to the business. So while performing this step number one, that is going clearly identify through the process, the company should start with the most critical to the business. So the company should start with the process which is most critical to the business. So these processes should be directly connected to the company's main product and also revenues or expenses. So whatever most critical processes are selected for identifying the process, so that should be directly connected to the company's main product, company's revenues and company's expenses. So through step number one, you can clearly identify the process which are most connected to the company's main product and revenues and expenses. Once if you are thorough with the identification of the critical process which is involved with the company's main product or a company's revenues or expenses, then you can come to the second step. In second step, do a walkthrough of the process to document it clearly and fully. That is, as part of this step, perform interviews. Okay, so interview key employees to learn what they have to say about the process. Look for any gaps in the process where the information is lost or misdirected. I will tell you an example. For example, walking through a production process would allow the analyst to directly observe the process. So whenever being an analyst, if you walk through a particular process, you came to know that what exactly the company is doing. Direct communication with the personnel would help the analyst to fully document the system, since the analyst may ask n number of questions of the employees during the walkthrough. So direct involvement, you can see this as a direct involvement. So ask the particular employees, do a walkthrough in a process. So you can ask any questions to the employees. You can see the whatever with the gaps involved in the process. You can identify those gaps. Okay. Now coming to the after step number 2, after walkthrough of the process. Now coming to the step number 3. In step number 3, examine the current processes. So whatever be the current processes are there now, that you need to examine it to identify the strong areas and areas that can be improved, such as whatever bottlenecks are there, friction points are there and weaknesses are there, can overcome them. Look for ways to add value to the process. So how can we can add the process value to the process? If a step in the process is not adding value to the company, then you can remove it. As mentioned, direct observation can illuminate areas for improvement. In addition, those working directly in the process have intimate knowledge of its problems and bottlenecks and most likely are in the best position offer solutions to these problems. So in third step, you can examine the current processes. So to identify the strong areas and various and the areas that can be improved whenever there are bottlenecks, there are friction points, or there are some weaknesses found in the process, you can improve them. You can improve them. You can add value to them. And in this step number 3, so the company direct observation will give an illuminate area for its improvement. So the company directly can handle with the knowledgeable persons and they can take the whatever expertise that employees is having regarding all of its current processes, they can directly take the solutions from them. Okay, so this is the concept, step number 3. So once the step 3 is over, then based on these 1 2 3 steps, now based on this analysis, propose a plan for improvement. So this is called, this process is called business process analysis. So whatever plan is there now proposed, that is called business process analysis. So plan for improvement is there na. So all this will comes under BPA.